Hey, you guys. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Beauty by Lydia B here. My first installment of my Halloween series, I hope. Um, I went out to party and then I got into an accident, you guys. So I figured on the way to the ER I'd stop and show you guys. Let me shut up. So this is my look for Halloween. One of my looks for this year's series. I'm hoping I can pull off multiple videos. Last year I was not so successful. This is actually, I said I would find it and tell you what it was. I'll put it in the description box below. I got it from Lowe's. It was like under $4 for a piece of 8x10. It looks like glass, but it's not. It's plastic. But it's still just as shattery as glass, so you must be careful with it. I tried to make this look a little more realistic with the mess I made. I was inspired by Made You Look. She had a tutorial, not as over the top as mine, but it inspired me to do one of my own. And my premise is that I was coming home from a party and I got into an accident. And I guess I went through the windshield maybe. So if you want to see how I did this look, just keep on watching. And thanks for watching Beauty by Lydia B, y'all. So I'm starting off with some good old-fashioned Elmer's glue stick, that purple one that dries clear when you know it's done. So I've started out in some areas where I want to attempt a broken nose. And I'm going to be adding pieces of, I got it from Lowe's. The word has left me. Acrylic. Sheets of acrylic. This one was like $3 for an 8x10 piece that was really thin. So hopefully you can see that. And I broke it up into pieces. You must be careful with this because, I mean, the quality is almost glass-like. So it does break up into pieces just like glass does. So you just want to be careful. You don't like step in it because that would really suck. Anyway, I have a fan going on my desk so we can move this glue along. I also have my big fan blowing on me, so hopefully it's not blowing on the microphone on the phone. So I'm using the back end of my tweezers, and I'm going to take a scoop of it. And I already wiped my face down with some alcohol just to remove any excess oils. So I'm just taking the glue out, nice amount on my back end of my tweezers, and I am going to, so let me just slap it right here. I won't think any more about it. And I'm just going to press that in. I find that the simplest of things work the best for me. So what I'm trying to do with this is create like an open wound. I actually I'm going to attempt to slice into this to make this more realistic, but let me find something to slice into it with. I think I'm going to go with a bobby pin because that's easy, right? So here's my bobby pin. There's another way we could have done this, but for today this is just how I'm doing it. And the reason I'm doing this is so that my glass could have somewhere to sit, and I'm going to create texture in my wound. And I do that by just softly picking apart the glue so that it looks lifted and torn. And then once I do that, I'm just going to let it finish drying. Let me show you guys a different way to do this that is not so time consuming. So what I did last year, not last year, for my zombie chick, no, my Frankie's bride, I just put pieces outside of each other in not any particular order to make it look like I had an opening here. and just make sure to make this textured enough, and it's not smooth. It's not supposed to be smooth. You're not supposed to look great. But it looks like if you look right here, I'll try to zoom in on that. This will look like a gash. So that's one way you could do it. Instead of doing like a slab of glue on your face, you could just press glue in alternating sections along your face so it looks like a wound. So hindsight's always 2020. Thinking back, except for the nose part, I would probably take the piece approach because this is already dry. That's my split lip. This is almost there, but it's still got some purple to it. This is almost dry. This still needs time. That still needs time right here. I just added this piece because I wanted a really big piece of glass, and I felt like that was out of the way enough to accommodate it. I'm going to start with foundation, and I'm going to go lightly around my cuts because it doesn't really matter if they're covered, because they're gonna get covered in blood and gory shit, okay? My goal is to go for bruising. I'm looking at a picture on my left for reference just because I've never done a broken nose before, so I don't want to jack it up and be unrealistic, so I'm trying to go for a realistic broken nose. So let's start with some foundation and I'll be right back. So I'm going to start with this slightly yellow undertone color right here with my 8105 Cosmetics brush. So the point of this exercise is to build depth and dimension in your broken nose, because if you just add black to your face, that's not what a real broken nose looks like. Not that I know what a real one looks like, but that's what the images are for, right? The next color I'm going to take is this orangey color, just a tad. Who knows, this might all end up looking like a muddled mess, but I'm gonna try. I'm now gonna take this muddy brown up here. I can't say I ever use this color, so I'm gonna take that. It just looks like a dirty brown. It looks appropriate for a broken nose, eh? Well, at least in my book it does. Some more of that muddy brown. It's almost like a green brown. Doesn't look good. I can't say I'd ever use that shadow. So that's that. My goal is to emphasize dark circles. So I'm just hoping this looks decent when I'm done with it. Sometimes I think like Halloween makeup takes longer than like beauty makeup. Although both are equally as fun. You notice I'm using the same brush. I'm not trying to focus color in any one particular area. I'm just trying to make a base for the other colors that are going to be more detailed. So this is just like for the bruising, going around the area of focus. Mind you, I am no pro at creating shadows for like wounds and shit, but I'm trying. I actually did a Halloween tutorial last year, and then my iPhone screen got cracked, and then I had someplace fix it, and in the process of them fixing it, they got rid of all of my shit on my phone, so that never made it to YouTube. So this year I'm starting early. It is actually September 3rd today, so I'm on it this year. All right, I'm going to take my Morphe 433 brush, and I'm going to go into this color right here. Right there, just a little bit. I'm gonna start adding some bruising. Let's start with over here so I don't jack up my nose first. It doesn't have to be like all around it. It could just be in certain sections so it doesn't look like on purpose. You just want it to be more random than on purpose. I'm like taking this color and just feathering it out away from my nose. That looks real sexy, y'all. So let's try this one. And I'm going to use the same brush lightly, because I don't know what this is going to look like. I haven't used that color before, I don't think. And I'm just going to go in. Sorry, I'm referring to my picture. My broken nose picture. I'm going to go right here. So that kind of comes across as like purple. Not purple, but you know what I mean. It gives me a little bit more oomph that I was looking for. I don't know what to do about the top of my nose just yet because it looks like it needs some color, but I'm already into this bit, so I might have to fix that later on. And before I got into the accident, I was at a party. So I'm going to sloppily put makeup, brows, maybe some mascara, lipstick or something underneath and around all this, just for the effect. So we'll keep going with the dark brown around the rest of my wounds. I'm going to do some rough brows. They don't have to be perfect. Now I have an itch on my nose. My nose ain't perfect either. I've got like lines and stuff in them, but I didn't know where it was going to go, so I did the best I could. Next time I'll probably try to smooth it out better. So let's try for brows, shall we? I'm just using my Brow Gal powder, but I'm using it wet. Now, once I get these brows on, I'm going to probably mess them up on purpose. My goal isn't to make this pretty. After all, I did get into an accident. Just saying. My storyline's gonna be like, okay, Lydia, we got it. We get your storyline, okay. So I'm gonna do a really quick party eye. Not even, just throw a couple colors on my lid from the same palette. And maybe a shimmer on top. Doesn't matter, I'm gonna mess it up anyway. And then I'll be right back. I'm not gonna film it, otherwise this video is gonna be just extremely long as is. And if it's too long, I don't think anybody's gonna watch it. I'll be right back. My plan is to spray my eyes, especially with some water, and squeeze it real tight as if I was crying. So I'm gonna leave that to the end. So now we're going to actually go into the blood and the gore, hopefully to make this look a little bit more realistic. So get ready. All right, so this is a theatrical effects makeup stack from Party City. I believe the brand is, actually that's what it's called, Theatrical Effects. I had two different stack kits. I had one with like these colors, and then one with red, dark red, yellow for bruising. And I'm going to go in first with the black. You could do this with a black eyeliner as well. Like, you could totally take your black liquid liner. This is for dimension, don't forget, and depth. This is just my NYX liner. Otherwise, I can take the black with my liner brush from the stack and just dig into the actual wound. This is all dry by now, so that's good. And my last one is over here. So that's it. I could go in for some bruising around the gashes. I could do that by taking the yellow. There's a sponge that came with the kit. Looks like that. So I could take the yellow for sure and go around. I could take the yellow and go around here. Hopefully you guys can see that. I don't know if you can or can't. So the next thing is some variations of red. I have a red, a darker red, and a red purple, if you will. So I'm going to take all of those and just put them in my wounds. I'm going to go in with the red. So I'm going to take this sponge and go with the different levels of red. I think this is the red purple. I'm just going to go around that. Not supposed to be perfect or pretty. More for bruising. Nice and dirty. I'm gonna go in with the red. Red, 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 red. You can also rub this in to make it look more messy. But I'm going to take messy to a whole nother level shortly, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. It's time for the blood, y'all. I think that's enough. Okay, let's keep it moving. I have two different types of blood. I have the Theatrical Effects blood gel, and then I have the Ben Nye scab blood, fresh scab. I'm going to go in with the blood first with my eyeliner brush. And I'm just going to, I'll just use what's on the back of the cap and on the edge of the container. A little bit goes a long way. I've had this for so long. I'm now going to take my gorgeous scab blood from Ben Nye. It's like jello. It's awesome. And it sets really to a solid mass. So you don't have to worry about this running anywhere. It's like really crusty and yucky. It's awesome. Now what I'm going to do after this is set the special pieces of glass inside of these wounds with some, I can't decide if I'm going to use eyelash glue or if I'm going to use latex. I guess we'll both find out. I feel like I need to be messier. I'm too intentional with this shit. You can't be intentional with Halloween makeup. It's Halloween. I got into a car accident. Shit should be everywhere, right? Alright, so I have some liquid latex that I got from Party City last year. It's nothing special, just looks like that. And I put it on the back of my... Whoa. I put it on the back of my Milani highlighter, and I'm just going to take the same liner brush, place the liquid latex in my wounds. So I'll let this get a little dry, and then I'm going to shove some glass pieces in there. Again, this is the acrylic from the store. It's like a sheet of, it looks like glass, it's not. And I just broke it into tiny pieces. You have to be careful with it though, because otherwise, just like glass, this stuff can get all up in your hands and your feet. So I did it outside, hit it with a hammer, and then just randomly clipped off pieces with another tool that I had. So my plan was for this ginormous piece right here, my biggest piece, to go in here. Let's see if I can angle this right. So I didn't get enough glue to cover the entire wound. So I'll probably cover it up with some of that scab blood. But the latex is working, you guys. We'll leave that there so it can set. I do have a fan blowing on me at the moment, so we'll keep that moving, right? So, oh my word. So we have, So we have all of our glass pieces adhered to our face. This one actually was with lash glue. The rest of them were done with the latex. Smaller pieces are easier to manage. This one's a little heavy, so it's giving me a hard time. But loving how that glue, that Elmer's glue stick, just makes that look like it's actually my skin sticking out. It's awesome. Like this is what I love about Halloween. Just being as gross as possible. So the next step is I'm going to do the water. So I'm going to find me a spray bottle so I can have some messy makeup. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, I have my spray bottle. I'm just going to spray my eyeballs and see what happens. And I'm like winking really hard. Let me apply some pressure here. I'm gonna get makeup in my eyeball. It's gonna be the best part. I wanted like something to drip. Oh, there we go. There's some drippage, but that's not really where I wanted it to go, but oh, perfect. Wait, how did it get on my lip? Oh, I forgot. I forgot lip gloss or some kind of lip something. Before I go blind, I'm gonna stick a Q-tip in my eye. Jesus. Okay. Okay, let's find a lip that I can smudge. Be right back. Alright, so far I've almost gone blind in my eyes with this water mess. But it's cool. Anything for Halloween. So I sprayed water. I squeezed my eyelashes together. I also threw some more eyeliner and smudged that out with the wet Q-tip. This is the Q-tip that I've been at it with. And I feel like I need to make more of a mess. So where did my liner go? My eyes are literally burning right now. But again, anything for Halloween. So this is going to be my wing. I had falsies on. Falsies got lost in the accident. So, whatever. We're just going to do that. We'll say that it was like, there we go. Oh, that's even better. Okay. And then I'm just going to hit that with some water. Smudge that crap out from my tears. Alright, so that's that. That's why I've been doing that. Lips. This is my lip. I got a little Sephora mini thing. I don't know. Whatever. How's that? That's great. Right there. I love it. Okay. Now some blood. Where's my blood? I lost my blood. Shit. Where'd my blood go, y'all? Okay, found my blood. Now where's my pencil liner brush? Now if it had teeth, it would bite me. I'm making that look a little bit more realistic, right? Who the hell knows what realistic is at this point? I'm probably doing way more than any regular person would, but it's Halloween. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. My last step. I have to go find my tool that I need. I'll be right back. This step I've been waiting for. I grabbed some random travel toothbrush that has really dense bristles. I'm going to take my blood and I'm gonna pour my blood on top of this like it was toothpaste. Whoa, shit. Okay, maybe not like it was toothpaste. My word. Alright, I'm gonna take my thumb. This isn't for the faint of heart, but I'm going to fail. That was a fail. What's my backup plan? What could I do? Wet the toothbrush with some water. Try to do it this way. Oh, yeah, well that worked. I'm pretty sure I got it everywhere though. There we go. There, blood splatter. Oh, it's awesome. Yes, yes. Uh-oh, I'm dripping everywhere. I am literally splattering blood all over my face. And it's wonderful. Okay. I'm not going to go too ham, but the water did the trick. So this is my final look. I'm going to throw some blood all over my hands and do my intro. But this is what we did. Got a little messy, huh? I hope you guys like this look. And if you want to see more Halloween tutorials, just give me a shout. Give me a thumbs up, rate, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And thanks for watching Beauty by Lydia B.